What's up, guys? My name is George, owner of Dubz Barbecue, and this is my story. So growing up, I grew up in a Middle Eastern culture. With our culture, food and hospitality is a big part of who we are. My dad has always owned restaurants, so growing up when I was younger, I'd barely see my dad. He was always working in the restaurants. And when I did see him, I was at the restaurants doing homework at the tables or whatever it is, trying to see what he's doing, which was a pretty cool experience. I used to always love going into the restaurants. He's owned multiple restaurants throughout my life. Right now, he owns the Soup Jungle Cafe in Port Charlotte, Florida. And then even at home, my mom would always be cooking, or we'd go to a family member's house and they'd be cooking. It's just a way that in our culture we show love and appreciation to people. So I started working at the Soup Jungle at 12 years old. I was eager to start working, eager to see what it was like, eager to serve people. I was working like one night a week serving customers. I remember all the customers would think it was cute. I was like this tall, you know, just trying to talk to them and serve them. It was pretty cool. As I continued to grow, people would always tell me that I'd own a restaurant myself one day, and I would always look at them in their eyes and laugh at them and be like, no, I don't want to do this for a living. And I was so set on never owning a restaurant because I seen the amount of work it took, the amount of stress my dad and my mom had to deal with because of the restaurant business. And at 15, I started working at another restaurant called Nicky D's, and I excelled pretty well there. So I moved to Orlando, went to UCF, didn't like it, figured out that I wasn't a desk person, so I came back and I didn't know what I wanted to do. I started going to FGCU again while working still, and I was taking up finance at FGCU, and then my dad one day came up to me and he was like, why don't we open a restaurant? So I told him no probably 5 times. I was like, no, let's not do that, let's not do that. 5th time came and I was like, all right, let's do it. We started looking at locations and we found this location in Northport. Once we found this location in Northport, we thought it was a good idea, so we signed the lease and we just started the build out from there. So I signed the lease for Dubz Barbecue in August of 2019. It took us 6 months to get permits, and once we got permits, COVID hit. We were still building out and doing our build out throughout the whole process, and once things started opening back up, timing kind of worked out for me to where we opened in June 12th of 2020, and that's when things started opening back up after COVID. We were at 50% occupancy. It was honestly a very stressful time. I didn't know what to expect, and not knowing what to expect, we excelled very well during COVID. Not shortly after, we started thinking about expanding because the 7 tables we had was just not enough. We had a huge amount of support, amount of love from this customer base, and it was just amazing. I couldn't be more appreciative of my customer base. I'm really so blessed and appreciative of everyone who supports us here at Dubz Barbecue. Not just the customers, the staff that I have a great amount of kitchen staff. My kitchen staff has my back throughout it all, and I can rely on them very well. We're like a family. My front of house staff as well, we're doing so well. So after a couple of years, the unit next to us became available. We leased it out. And we started a new project in this expansion, and it took us probably like 2 years behind the scenes. I had this place for 2 years before we started building out. Finally got our permits, and we closed down. It took us 5 months to reopen. It was probably the most stressful 5 months of my life, just trying to get reopened. A lot of people were upset, and it was just funny trying to play with these people and, you know, tease them a little bit. But during those 5 months, it was honestly a great time for me, just trying to figure out what I was gonna do next, figure out how I could provide the best service and best atmosphere possible for my customer base, because I didn't want to let my customer base down. That was the last thing that I ever wanted to do. So after those 5 months, we opened, and the way this place came out was tremendous, and it was out. I mean, the atmosphere in here is awesome. Shout out to my cousin Jen from Callista. Shout out to Brian from Decker's Plumbing, and shout out to Mike from Quality TV. Those 3 people have helped me out tremendously. And once we opened, it was probably, I felt like I got slapped in the face for the first 3 months. It was so stressful trying to figure it back out, trying to figure out all the kinks, and because in Lil Dubz we were great, man. We provided great service, great food, and then to start all over again, it gave me a lot of anxiety because I don't like not giving people the best experience possible. And knowing what we came from to what we are now, it was just hard to deal with. Figuring out the kinks took us 2-3 months, and not gonna lie, we're still trying to figure out some kinks here and there. But I feel like we're back on track and giving the best service possible. We have a full liquor bar now, 127 seats, and it's just been a true blessing. We have 10 86-inch TVs. We play all the NFL football games, all the college games. We're trying to get on NBA games, and I just want to turn it into like a upper scale, mid-level sports bar with great food. So growing up, I had a lot of drive. I had a lot of aspirations and goals in life, and I still do. My thing is, if I'm not here, I don't feel good. If I'm not at Dubz, I'm not. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like to take vacations here and there, but what really tells me that I love this place is when I come back from a vacation, as soon as I open those doors, I just look around and I just have the biggest smile on my face because I feel like I'm back at home. It's like when you go on a long vacation and you finally get home, you're like, finally. You know what I mean? So being here this is my life, man. This is what I'm used to. I grew up in this industry. I love this industry. I love what we've become here at Dubz Barbecue. I love the staff that we have, and it's not only coming to see the place, it's coming to see the staff I have, talking with them, talking with them, joking with them, whatever it is, and not just my staff, but seeing my loyal customers and meeting new people. It's just an awesome experience, and this is what I live for. I live to socialize. I live to make good food. I live to give people exceptional service. The one reason that I added a bar into this place is because in my mind, a bar is a modern day campfire where people tell stories, mingle, socialize, and that's the type of atmosphere that I wanted. That's the type of atmosphere that I went for, and that's why the bar is in the middle of the restaurant. I just want to thank all my customers, my family, my staff, and we're going to continue to do what we do here at Dubz. Please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We're going to continue to provide great content, continue to push out specials, continue to be the best that we can.
Perfect. All right.
Cool. Done.